Sliding contact is there in Davis mechanism.
Okay.
Ackerman does not have sliding member.
Third one.
Davis mechanism, there is a more wear and tear due to sliding member. Ackerman does not have any more wear and tear.
Okay.
Davis
And last
mechanism
one.
Davis mechanism is not accurate.
Accurate.
Ackerman mechanism is more accurate than Davis mechanism.
In generally, Ackerman's core mechanism is used. Okay. Now here the last point of this module is the hook joint or universal coupling. Okay. Now tell me what is the role of coupling? Why these couplings are used?
To transmit power from one shaft to another shaft.
The couplings are used to transmit the motion from one shaft to another shaft. If you see, observe this figure, where the condition of the axis is given here, the axes are either inclined or intersecting. Okay. Now there are number of couplings are designed for the different applications. For example, the shafts are coaxial, you can use the flange coupling. Okay. If the shafts are parallel, now you can use the Oldham's coupling. Like this, if the shafts are inclined and intersecting, now you can use the universal or hook joint. Okay, now this is used to transmit the motion from one shaft to another shaft. If you see this figure, in that figure there are two fork ends. Okay, there are two shafts are there, driving shaft at the left hand side and driven shaft at the right hand side. Okay, now this is the driving shaft and this is the driven shaft. Now there are two fork ends are integral with these two shafts. Fork end one is integral with the driving shaft and another one is with the driven shaft. And these two fork ends are connected together by using this cross or cross head voltage. Okay, and these two shafts are connected together and the power is transmitted from driving to driven shaft. Got it?
Yes.
Now, one of the application of this hook joint is it is used to transmit the motion from engine gearbox to rear axle. Okay. Now we will see the analysis of this hook joint. Now in that there are various terms. First of all, we will see the how to find out the velocity ratio of the hook joint. Okay. Now this is a very important point because in university question paper there is a question derive an equation of velocity ratio of derive an equation of velocity ratio of hook joint. Okay. Now this question is asked for 6 marks. We will see the first point, hook joint analysis. In that there is a velocity ratio. Velocity ratio means it is the ratio of the speed of the driven shaft to the driving shaft in terms of RPM or radian per second. Okay, omega 2 upon omega 1 or n2 upon n1. Okay, now first of all see this figure if you understand. Okay, now suppose consider there are two shafts. All of you understand this figure. Now this is very important because you are going to derive the equation of velocity ratio by considering this figure. Okay, now in this there are two shafts are there. One is the driving shaft. Now see here this is the driving shaft. Okay. Now one more shaft is there, driven shaft. The driven shaft. Now driving shaft is integral with the fork AB. See this is the fork AB. Now this is the driving shaft. The driven shaft. Both shafts are inclined at an angle alpha to the fork AB. Here this is the fork AB. Fork AB is integral with the driving shaft and fork CD is integral with the driven shaft. And the angle of inclination between the two shafts is your alpha. Okay, now this is the top view of the fork. Okay, if you see the side view, you will get the exact view of the fork. When the shaft is rotated, fork also rotated, and when the fork is rotated, it traces a circle or ellipse. Okay, now see in the front view you will get this true view of this fork. Okay, I will draw here the fork. Now suppose this is the axis. Now this is the fork AB. If you project this fork in front view, you will get here AB. Okay, now here is the fork CD. Suppose it is vertical. Okay. Now when if you see the fork AB, it is a straight line. Now when this fork AB rotates, it traces an circle. Now it traces a circle. Okay. When the fork AB rotates, it traces a circle. Now consider the shaft, driving shaft rotate or turn at an angle theta. Then fork AB also turn at an angle theta, and it reaches the new position A dash B dash. Okay. Now this is angle theta. At the same time, the fork or the driven shaft also rotate, and the fork CD turn at an angle theta. But the fork CD, you see the top view of the fork CD, it is inclined. That's why it traces an ellipse while it rotates like this. Now here is the C1. C1. Got it all of you? समझ में आ रहा है? Why this AB traces an circle and why this CD traces an ellipse? I understand all of you? Because it is inclined, that's why you will get
सर
the.
एकदा रिपीट करा ना परत.
Now when the fork AB, or understand the driving and driven shaft? यहाँ पे दिया है in the figure. This is the driving shaft. Okay. Now this is the driven shaft. Both are inclined at an angle alpha in the main figure. Now driving shaft is integral with the fork AB, and driven shaft is integral with the fork CD. Okay. Now when the driving shaft rotates, driven shaft also rotates, but the angle of inclination is given here. That's why CD is it an angle alpha with the AB. जितना ड्राइवन और ड्रिवन शाफ्ट का एंगल रहेगा उतना ही फोर्क का रहेगा. Okay. If you draw here the front view, when the driving shaft rotates, fork AB also rotate. Now it is a straight line. It generates or traces an circle. Okay. At the same time, driven shaft also rotate, but the fork CD is at an angle alpha, or it is inclined. That's why it traces an ellipse. Okay. Suppose we see in the main figure. Okay. If you see in this main figure, consider the driving shaft rotate at an angle theta, fork AB also rotate at an angle theta. This is the angle theta. Okay. At the same time, the CD also rotate at an angle theta, but it traces an ellipse. It traces an ellipse. When the AB fork rotate, it traces an circle, but CD rotate at an angle theta, it traces an ellipse. Means it is not a true angle of inclination of the fork CD. अगर यहाँ पे देखेंगे, now this theta is not equal to the angle turned by this AB, because when AB turn, it traces an circle, and CD turn, it traces an ellipse. Means the angle theta is not same. Means angle theta or angle of turning angle of the fork CD is not true. Okay, now you have to find out the true inclination or angle of turn of the fork CD. क्या करना पड़ेगा यहाँ पे? You have to here you have to project. Okay, you have to project this C1 in top view. यहाँ पे आ जाएगा E, or you have to project this point on D. Now this is your F1. You have to find out the true angle turn by CD when AB turn at an angle theta. Now what you have to do here, take down O as a center, and OF1 is a distance, and you have to draw arc. It intersect on AB, means you have to project this point on AB. यहाँ पे F क्या किया है मैंने, बस वो पॉइंट AB पे प्रोजेक्ट किया है जो भी CD पे था. Okay, now you have to project that point in front view. Here we will get the C1 dash. Okay. Now this is your C1 dash. Now this distance is same. यहाँ पे C1 dash. Now take down on this AB. You will get this point is F. Okay. Take down this C1 vertically downward. You will get this is the E. Okay. Now you have to join this center to this C1 dash. Now this is the true angle of inclination of this fork CD when AB rotate at angle. Now this angle is your phi. Okay. When AB rotate at angle theta, CD fork rotate at an angle phi. Okay, means when the driving shaft rotates or the driving shaft turn at an angle theta, driven shaft turn at an angle phi. That's why these are the notations for driving and driven shaft. When the driving shaft rotate at an angle theta, driven shaft rotate at an angle phi. Got it, all of you? समझ में आई ये figure?
हाँ सर.
Yes, sir.
हाँ. Okay. Now in that case, you will get the two angles. One is a theta. It is the angle, true angle turned by this fork AB, and phi. It is the true angle turned by this fork CD. Okay. Now you have to consider here the two triangles. You have to first of all consider the triangle OC1E. See this triangle OC1E. Now see in the main figure OC1E triangle you have to consider. This angle is how much? कितना रहेगा ये angle? Theta, correct? ये वाला angle. Okay, and second triangle you have to consider. You have to consider the second triangle is your OC1 dash F. This one. Now this angle is your phi. Is it right? You have to consider from the main figure two triangles. OC1E is your angle theta and OC1 dash F is your angle phi. Is it right?
Yes sir.
Okay. Now from triangle OC1E you have to tell me tan theta is equal to triangle OC1E. You have to tell me tan theta is equal to क्या आएगा? Tan theta is equal to
OE by CE.
correct OE by C. Correct OE by CE. Okay, and from triangle OC1 dash F tan phi.
OF upon FC dash.
Correct. Tan phi is equal to OF upon FC dash.
FC1.
FC1 dash. Okay. Remember these two triangles. Okay, and one more triangle you have to remember here. Here in the top view, OF1E. You have to consider this triangle. OF1E. This triangle you have to consider OF1E. Now tell me cos alpha is equal. What you will get here? Cos alpha is equal to OA upon. Is it right? OA upon OF1. Correct?
Yes.
Huh? Is it right?
OE upon OF1.
OA upon OF1. Okay. Now come to the main slide here. Here. यहाँ पे. Now when driving shaft turn an angle theta, then driven shaft turn through an angle phi. Okay. Now consider the triangle जो भी previous slide में देखा आपने OC1E and OC1 dash F. You will get the tan theta OC upon EC1, correct? Or tan phi is equal to OC upon FC1 dash. Is it right? Tan theta or tan phi निकाला हमने, correct? From the two triangles.
Yes sir.
Next, you have to do the next equation. You have to take down here tan phi upon tan theta. You have to write down. Okay. Tan phi upon tan theta is equal to क्या आएगा? OF upon OFC1 dash divided by OA upon EC1. Now what is this? FC1 dash and EC1. See in the main figure, you will get this. क्या है यहाँ पे? Why these are two are equal? Anyone? Why this FC1 dash and EC1 are equal? See in the figure. Now this distance is same, means C1, C1 dash and EF are parallel. See here, these two lines. Okay, that's why C1 dash F is equal to C1. Okay, means what happen यहाँ पे? FC1 dash and EC1 get cancel and you will get here tan phi upon tan theta is equal to OF upon OE. OF means what? OF1. Here, OF means OF1. Here, now this is the OF. If you see in top view, this is the OF. You have to turn it, you will get the OF1. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. यहाँ पे क्या मिला मुझे? इक्वेशन नंबर 2 इज इक्वल tan phi upon tan theta is equal to OF1 upon OE. सिर्फ क्या क्या यहाँ पे? You have to consider the two triangles. By using these two triangles, you have to find out the tan theta and tan phi. Then tan phi upon tan theta divided by, you will get the equation number 2 OF1 upon OE. Now you have to find out OF1 upon OE is equal to, means cos alpha is equal to, you have to consider the first means top view. OF1E cos alpha is equal to क्या था हमारा? OE upon OFF. In the figure, यहाँ पे cos alpha in top view, cos alpha is equal to OE upon OF1. means क्या आएगा यहाँ पे? tan phi upon tan theta is equal to OF1 upon OE, means OF1 upon OE is nothing but your cos alpha और 1 upon cos alpha, क्योंकि cos alpha क्या है? OE upon OF1. और इक्वेशन नंबर 2 राइट हैंड साइड क्या है? OF1 upon OE, means inverse of this, means 1 upon cos alpha. Okay, means you have to put the cos alpha in the equation 2, you will get tan phi upon tan theta is equal to 1 upon cos alpha. Is it right? Or understand all of you? यहाँ तक समझ में आया?
So cos alpha का बताना एक बार जरा फिर से.
See in the figure, this one, top view. In top view, there is a triangle F1OE. Okay. Now this is the angle alpha. It is a right angle triangle. Now you have to draw write down here cos alpha is equal to क्या आएगा? Opposite upon hypotenuse. Opposite is your OE upon OF1. Correct? Cos alpha क्या है मेरा? OE upon OF1. And your equation 2 क्या है? Equation 2 is your OF upon OE. Is it right? Means वहाँ पे क्या आएगा? 1 upon cos alpha. Here you will get 1 upon cos alpha. Correct?
Yes.
Okay, means equation 2 become tan phi upon tan theta is equal to 1 upon cos alpha. Okay, or you have to do the cross multiplication here, you will get the tan theta is equal. Tan theta is equal to cos alpha into tan phi. Equation number 3. Got it?
Yes, sir.
समझ में आया? How to get the equation number 3? Okay. Okay, now differentiate this equation number 3 and tell me the next step. Differentiate equation 3 with respect to t. Differentiate equation 3 with respect to t. क्या मिलेगा यहाँ पे? tan theta का differentiate क्या रहता है?
sec square.
Correct. Sec square theta into d theta upon dt is equal to cos का क्या रहेगा? And it is a multiplication. Cos alpha into sec square phi d phi upon dt. Here. Sec square theta d theta upon dt cos alpha. Alpha is a constant angle because the angle of inclination between the two shafts are same, constant. Okay. You will get here cos alpha sec square phi d phi upon dt. Now what is meant by d theta upon dt and d phi upon dt? ये क्या है? Which velocity, linear or angular?
Angular.
Angular velocity. Now theta represent the angle turned by driving shaft and phi represent the angle turned by driven shaft. Means d theta upon theta is the angular velocity of driving shaft. D phi upon dt is the angular velocity of driven shaft. Angular velocity of driving shaft is denoted by omega 1. Angular velocity of driven shaft is denoted by omega 2. Means the equation become sec square theta omega 1 is equal to cos alpha sec square phi omega 2. Or you have to write down the equation in terms of a velocity ratio. Velocity ratio क्या रहता है? It is the ratio of the speed of the driven shaft to driving shaft. Means omega 2 upon omega 1 is equal to sec square theta divided by cos alpha into sec square phi. Got it? Or you can modify this equation in terms of, suppose write down the sec theta is equal to क्या रहता है? In terms of cos 1 upon cos theta, correct? Is it right?
Yes, sir.
That's right. Modify this equation. Only secure theta है वहाँ पे उसको डिनोमिनेटर में लिया मैंने, न्यूमरेटर से. Means 1 upon cos square theta cos alpha secure phi. Okay. Now you have to find out here the secure phi. You have to simplify this equation again and write down the secure phi is equal to in terms of tan phi. क्या आएगा?
1 plus tan square 5.
Correct. Means we know that secure phi is equal to 1 plus tan square phi. Now see in the equation number 3, there is a tan phi. Okay. What you will get here? Tan phi from equation 3. See in the equation 3.
Tan theta by cos alpha.
Correct. Now you have to put this value into this equation. Means from equation 3 you will get the secure phi is equal to 1 plus tan square theta upon cos square alpha. Okay. Now we know tan theta means tan theta is equal to क्या रहता है?
Sin by cos.
Correct. Sin by cos. Means you will get the equation secure phi is equal to 1 plus sin square theta upon cos square theta into 1 upon cos square alpha. Correct. You will get this equation secure theta or secure phi is equal to 1 plus sin square theta upon cos square theta instead of tan square theta into 1 upon cos square alpha. Okay. Means in denominator you will get the two terms sin square theta divided by cos square theta into cos square alpha. Is it right? See the right hand side 1 plus sin square theta divided by you will get cos square theta into cos square alpha. Is it right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, now you have to do the cross
Yes,
multiplication.
sir.
क्या आएगा? Equation 1 plus sin square theta divided by cos square theta into cos square alpha. You have to do the cross multiplication. Means क्या हो जाएगा यहाँ पे? Cos square theta plus cos square alpha into 1 means cos square theta plus cos square theta into cos square alpha plus sin square theta divided by cos square theta into cos square alpha. Means you will get this equation. Cross multiplication at the right hand side. Got it?
Yes.
Okay. Now alpha is a constant. Now you have to put the into the numerator. Instead of cos square alpha, you have to write down the equation in terms of sin square alpha. क्या आएगा? Cos square theta. See the only the right hand side. Cos square theta into bracket 1 minus sin square alpha plus sin square theta. Is it right? See, आएगा 1 minus sin square alpha. Correct? Cos square theta into bracket.
Yes, sir.
1 minus cos square. Add multiplying by this cos square theta to this bracket. Means you will get the next step sec square phi is equal to cos square theta minus cos square theta sin square alpha plus sin square theta divided by cos square theta cos square alpha. See the next equation. Okay. Again observe this right hand side. You will get the equation in terms of cos square theta plus sin square theta minus cos square theta sin square alpha. Is it right? यहाँ पे क्या मिलेगा तुम्हें? Cos square theta plus sin square theta means what?
1.
1 means you have to put here the instead of cos square theta plus sin square theta 1 means your equation become 1 minus cos square theta sin square alpha divided by cos square theta cos square alpha. Means here you will get the modified equation of this sec square phi in terms of 1 minus cos square theta sin square alpha divided by cos square theta cos square alpha is the equation number 5. But we know the equation number 4. Okay, what is the equation number 4? 4 equation क्या था? Omega 2 upon omega 1 is equal to 1 upon cos square theta cos square alpha sec square phi. This is the equation. Okay, equation number 4. Omega 2 upon omega 1. Okay, now instead of sec square phi, you have to put the equation number 5. Instead of sec square phi, you have to put the equation number 5 and you will get this equation. Okay, omega 2 upon omega 1 is equal to 1 upon cos square theta cos square alpha into sec square phi means equation 5 means 1 minus cos square theta sin square alpha upon cos square theta cos square alpha. If you see the denominator in that cos square theta and cos alpha get cancelled. Is it right? यहाँ पे cancel हो जाएगा
Yes,
this
sir.
one. Here is the only one cos alpha. Now you have to take down this cos alpha in numerator. You will get here omega 2 upon omega 1 is equal to cos alpha upon 1 minus cos square theta sin square alpha. is equal to n2 upon n1. Now this is the speed ratio or the velocity ratio of hook joint. To find out the speed of the driven or driving shaft. Now in that alpha is your, what is this alpha? Alpha is the angle of inclination of driving and driven shaft. Now theta is your angle turn by driving shaft. Angle turn by driving shaft. If you know the speed of the driven shaft, you know the angle of inclination of the driving and driven shaft, you know how much the angle turn by this driving shaft, you can easily find out the speed of the driven shaft, omega 2, in terms of radian per second or n2 in terms of rpm. I understand all of you?
हाँ sir.
Okay. Now all of you note down this equation.
Yeah.
Now before that, you have to mark your attendance. Now attendance will be open for only 10 minutes. A division students, please check your chat box and you have to mark your attendance. Okay, all of you mark your attendance. First of all, draw this figure. Don't write this description. Okay, velocity ratio, you have to draw this figure. Only go through it. Draw freehand. Or understand this figure?
Yes.
Wait for. Okay, now how is the session of Sheetal Patel ma'am and Radkar sir?
Good, sir.
Nice, sir.
All of you think about this. Good. Okay? Most of the students are not joining this soft skill lectures and that are not doing the assignments or all. Okay. Okay, figure हो गया? Turin हो गया?
हाँ सर ड्राइंग हो गया.
Okay. Yes, sir. You have to start. Don't write this description. Okay. You have to start directly from this. When driving shaft turn an angle theta, driven shaft turn through an angle phi. लोहित लोहित हेगड़े, समझ में आ रहा है ना? आवाज नहीं आ रहा है तेरा।